Hey guys, welcome back to Off Brand, the channel dedicated to sharing fashion opinion, emphasis on opinion. So today we're going to be ranking the new generation rap girls, but this will be in order of their aesthetics and like just overall concepts. Trust me, if it was about rap ability, this list would be very different. But before we get started, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have the notifications on so you don't miss any of this great fashion content. So you know I had to bring out the little Kim tea because we're talking about female rap. Like I said, it's new gen girls, so I'm looking at girls who have kind of come out or had their big breaks within the last, I want to say like maybe 3 to 4 years. So some of your favorites may not be on there, but that's because maybe I don't consider them to be new generation. This list is only like my top 10 as well, so some rappers won't be there, and you also need to remember that some rappers aren't mainstream, so I don't really get to see a lot of their personal style and obviously like higher concepts. So I had to pick the girls who had the most evidence, who had like the most shoots and videos for me to go off. So let's get started. So at number 10 is Amorata. I can't remember how to say her name because I've only literally just started getting into her, but I really enjoy her music. And the only reason why she's at number 10 is because I haven't really seen that many videos from her, but the pictures I have seen on Instagram, I think she's cute. She got a cute style. I remember one of her pictures kind of going viral on Twitter, and she was in this like full leather look, and I really enjoyed it. I even remember quote tweeting her being like, I love black girls who embrace alternative styles. And I'm just really excited to see her kind of now that she is getting more attention. I remember she was going to be on a remix with Lil Baby, but it was given to Stallion, so people are starting to give her a lot of recognition now. And so I just kind of want to see where she's going to go, but I just thought I'd mention her because I feel like she's a rapper that I've been hearing about for a bit, and I've kind of finally started getting into her, and I actually really enjoy her. So at number 9 is Lato. Oh my god, I can't even say it. Is Miss Big Lato, or formerly known as Mulatto. I don't know how taking out the moo changes anything, but okay. Her style's cute, but that's kind of it. That's why she's at number 9. I don't feel like she really pushes herself or does anything. It's just about looking cute, which is fine. There are a lot of male rappers who they just want to look good, and that's completely fine as well if you just want to look good. So that's why she's at number 9. So number 8 is the City Girls, and they're kind of there with Lotto for me in that they don't really push themselves that much in terms of concepts and fashion. They just always look good, which is completely fine, but for me personally it's a bit boring. JT, Uzi is really pushing JT though. That's why they edged out a little bit above Lotto. Uzi is really trying to push JT into some stuff. Whether or not it's working, we'll see, but I can see them kind of starting to try and step up their game, especially in the Throat Baby remix video. There was some really cute looks there, and I actually enjoyed the twerk video. That video, I think, specifically at JT's part, it was very Miami, a lot of like black culture references. I really enjoyed those parts, so I can see them kind of starting to try and pick things up a bit, but for now it's still quite cute. So at number 7 is Flo Milli. Now I think Flo Milli's only at this point because she only really started her career like maybe a year, 2 years ago. Well, in the mainstream anyway, in the last 2 years. Her personal styles, the kind of like everyday looks she posts on Instagram and any sort of maybe event looks, they're still quite, I don't want to use the word basic, but still quite simple, very pretty, but just quite simple. But I feel like her team has really given her some really great looks in terms of her videos, in terms of her magazine spreads. She had a spread with Paper Magazine and she looked beautiful. Everything was just so avant-garde and very different, out of the box, and that's kind of what I want to see her fall into in other places in her fashion life as well. So I'm sure within like a year or so Flo Milli will definitely be higher up this list, but for now she's at number 7. So number 6 is Malibu Mitch. Now I love Malibu Mitch. Well, she was on the Gucci remix, girl. Anyway, I really enjoy her style. Her style is very reminiscent of like the 90s to me, like the curved nails and that kind of Bugetto vibe. I really enjoy that, and it makes it seem more authentic to her. I can also tell it's authentic to her because her personal style, so kind of seeing her everyday looks, it seems to really match up with that kind of really extravagant Bugetto look that she has in videos. So I can tell it really is something that comes from her, which I think makes me enjoy it even more. All I would say is it can be a little bit repetitive, but it's definitely a style I really enjoy. So at number 5 is Megan Thee Stallion. Now, you guys know I am a Megan Thee Stallion fan. I think she is one of the more talented girls to come out in the last 2 or 3 years. I really enjoy her music. In terms of her style, again, similar to Malibu Mitch, she reminds me of like a Foxy Brown or like a Kim, but more so in that it's very body positive, you know, leotards, bodysuits, like cat suits, like all of this like tight stuff, which even though it's not my personal style, I really enjoy when somebody else embraces that. Also sort of that Bugetto vibe, like heavily iced out, I really enjoy that, and like the faux furs. But like Malibu, is a bit repetitive. But I will say that the edge Megan Thee Stallion has is I have kind of seen her try to step out of her box, particularly with the Good News album. You know, we've seen her try more like bondage and edgy looks, and I'd like to see her kind of just push herself a bit more. But who doesn't enjoy like the hot girl aesthetic and the Tina Snow aesthetic? Who doesn't enjoy that? So next up is Sweetie at number 4, and with Sweetie, I feel like she is like the city girls where she has a very pretty aesthetic, but I think she does try and push into more high fashion like concepts and look. I just think her aesthetic is a bit more polished and a bit more high concept than like city girls and like Lotto and like all the girls who like are kind of more on like the simpler side with their aesthetics in terms of like not really going for concepts, just trying to look good. I feel like she does that, but does it just a bit more refined and a bit better. And I also like some of her designer choices. Like she recently wore a Giambattista Valli gown. I really like some of her designer choices. But I will say, and this is just a personal thing, to be honest, this isn't really a critique. For me, it's just her style doesn't really, there's kind of no storyline, I guess. I mean, you could say it is this kind of new, like, moving away from that icy girl aesthetic into more, not hot girl, but like for the streets sort of thing. I sounded so white when I said that. Like, I just feel like her video aesthetics are starting to get really similar and repetitive, and even though it's really, really good and it's really high concept, it's like we're getting the same sort of looks each and every time, except the Best Friends video. I really enjoyed the concept for that, but same sort of looks. Her stage outfits aren't that interesting either. I really would love to see her pull out something a little bit more extravagant, but other than that, I actually do really enjoy Sweetie's style. So next up is Rico Nasty at number 3, and I really enjoy Rico Nasty because she's very consistent with her style. She's very alternative, kind of into more like punk and rock aesthetics, which I really enjoy, and you don't see a lot of black girls do in the mainstream, so I really enjoy that. And I think for somebody who, I think Rico is very, very well known, but maybe not as some of the other girls on this list in terms of like relationships with designers and stylists. And for somebody who maybe doesn't have as much relationships or ties with those types of people, she has some of like the better and more refined concepts and styles. It can get a bit repetitive, but I think she does try and push herself each and every time, and she isn't afraid to step out of her box and go a bit softer or go a bit harder with her look. All I can say is I just want to see her grow a bit more. I would love to see her make more relationships with designers, not necessarily big household names, but even if it's just smaller brands, I'd love to see her push herself and expand her style, because it is a really strong point of view that she has. So at number 2 is Cardi B. Now, Cardi B's team, I need to know each and every name, because when I tell you, since her first album, Invasion of Privacy, they have not missed a single beat in terms of her looks. Every look is high concept, refined, stunning, like just high fashion, avant-garde, different. Like when she wore that vintage Mugler to the Grammys, like just stuff like that, it's just, it really speaks to me. Like I really enjoy it. Every look is great. Even the Up video that she just did, every look was really good. Every look, like there's never a look that is, even the looks where she's kind of like just walking around, just going to day events, even those looks have an element of high fashion, have an element of sophistication and like finesse to them that I really enjoy. Her designer repertoire is really good. Tom Brown, Mugler, like just all of these designers that she loves to work with. Stage outfits, really great, extravagant. The base and the silhouettes are simple, but then she adds on top. For example, the Grammys that we just had, that outfit was really great. That sort of like gladiator, like rose gold look, that was great. I just feel like her team really never misses. But this is, again, I don't know if this is a critique. I don't even know if this is a fair critique, because I don't know. But I think the one thing about Cardi B's aesthetic that does kind of make her miss out the top spot is that I just feel like, one, there's no consistency. And you know me, I love a storyline. I like, for example, with Meg Thee Stallion, that we have this hot girl summer, Tina Snow. And I think because she does have that, it kind of leads me to my second point, which is it feels more authentic. It feels like it is Megan. And like when I see certain things, when I see certain images, silhouettes, I can pinpoint that's a Megan look, that's a Rico look. And I don't feel like I can do that with Cardi B because it feels so team built. I don't feel like I have an image in my head of what I can say is a Cardi B like look. Like when I look at something, I can be like, that's Cardi B. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like she's ever pulled a bad look, which is why she deserves to come in second. At number one, I feel like we all knew who number one was going to be, Doja Cat. And I think Doja Cat does what Cardi B is missing to make her number one. Doja, with every single album, EP, she has a strong concept and she follows it through every time, not just in her videos, not just in her personal style, but also in her performance as well. We just had the iHeartRadio Awards. That cornfield moment, like all of these different ways of interpreting planet Her and just like celestial beings and aliens and sci-fi. She just knows how to take a concept and expand it and like try all these different routes, but they all still feel like Doja Cat. They don't feel like she's just cherry picking aesthetics. They all feel like they tie into her somehow. For example, take Say, I know everyone got bored. I never got bored of Say So, okay? I never got bored. Every concept was great. Every version was great. Every look was great. My personal favorite being the like punk, like metal version. That was a really good twist on the song. But I just like, it always feels so authentic as well. And I think that's what is missing in Cardi B and some of the other artists, is that it doesn't feel authentic to them. Whereas with Doja, no matter what she does, she has so many styles within her repertoire. I can still always pinpoint that they're Doja Cat. So that is it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys start paying more attention to female rappers, just in terms of their looks and the concepts and the hard work that them and their teams take into putting into all of their fashions. I also want to say, I feel like female rap gets such a bad rep for no reason. People act as if there's no versatility, and I feel like this video has highlighted there's a lot of versatility in female rap. And even some of the rappers I haven't mentioned, like Chica, like Tierra Whack, as much as people like to hate on her, Azealia Banks, Doechii, Bia, there are so many great female rappers out there, Young Baby Tate, that I haven't even mentioned in this video. So there's no excuse to not have a favorite female rapper. And even, you know, the legends that we already know, like Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, and even someone like Nicki Minaj, who held up the game for 10 years on her own. A lot of the girls who would not be around were it not for Nicki Minaj. So I think people need to really put more respect on the female rap game, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press that like button below and comment below. Who's your favorite female rapper? Who do you think has the best aesthetic and concept overall? And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hit me.